This story is called The Grown-Up in the Room. When I was 25, after years of working in bars, I wanted to finally be surrounded by people with the same emotional intelligence as me. So I became a nanny. My boss's name was Nora. She lived on the Upper West Side, and she was 5. Was I qualified? I mean, legally, sure. But emotionally, no. I was, what's the word? Juvenile. Not irresponsible, but juvenile. And I liked this about myself. Delayed adolescence is the fucking blast. Haven't you heard? 25 is the new 18. I didn't care about securing my financial future. I cared about whimsy. Could I give Nora a structured routine, find teachable moments in emotional outbursts, or remember to feed her dinner? No. But I could steal her art supplies, eat macaroni and cheese straight from the pot, and convince her the best way to spend a Saturday afternoon is to see Newsies on Broadway 4 times with the original cast. Nora was a peer, you know? She was even a mentor. When we went out to dinner, she ordered for us in French. She taught me how to switch between whisks on their Dolce & Gabbana milk frother. And one time, I needed to sneak out early so I could go to a concert. What concert? Fun. Edit that out. She said she'd cover for me and put herself to bed. And when I was running out the door, she said, "Have fun, don't kiss any boys." Most nights, I opened a bottle of their expensive wine, got tipsy, and watched TV while she did her homework. So I was clearly not a replacement for her mom, but I was for her dad. The job was insanely easy. I got paid whether or not they needed me. I got paid for the summer, even though they left for most of it. They had a live-in housekeeper, so I didn't even cook, clean, and I did not have to stay until the parents got home. I liked being exposed to so much childlike wonder, sure. But what I loved was that it gave me the flexibility for what I really wanted to do. So I was deep in my, say with me, improv era. Watching, performing at shows during all hours of the evening until late at night, talking shop with my fellow provers at a dive bar, and then sleeping until way after most people my age opened their briefcases or whatever they held and had their first, business meeting of, their business day. I didn't know what the question was, but I knew comedy was the answer. I knew I just had to keep doing it. And nannying was the safe job I'd work while I tried to make it, whatever that meant. And honestly, I was beloved. Even though all of Nora's friends had babysitters, they begged for play dates because they got to hang out with me. One year, on the last day of school, the kids in Nora's class surprised me with a song they'd written to the tune of Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys that went, "Carly Ann, you are the coolest and the best babysitter in the whole land." And I was. And I loved seeing how the other half lived. I loved their nice, expensive furniture and eating their nice, expensive meals and stealing their nice, expensive Aesop hand wash. I loved the proximity of dip-to-cute candles and elitism. Meanwhile, in my apartment in my IKEA furniture was falling apart and the place smelled like palm olive. But the best part of the gig, every winter break, I flew with them to their beach house in Uruguay. And I, like you, had never heard of the country of Uruguay. And I, like you, thought they were just making it up. But you guys, it actually exists. Their house was in this little ritzy beach town that was basically a pop-up Hamptons for the world's most wealthy. I tell my friends that Shakira sometimes joined us, and they'd be all like, "When did you see Shakira? Where?" To which I casually answered, "You know, whenever, wherever." Making eye contact with the gays and only the gays. I didn't forget about you. Their house was, there are so many things that make Uruguay a great country. It's one of the first countries in South America to legalize same-sex marriage, weed, abortion. The people are kind, the landscape is beautiful, but there's also a high cost of living there, sometimes even higher than America, and a stark contrast between the wealthy tourists and the working Uruguayans. And that's extremely noticeable in this pop-up beach town for rich people. Outside the gates, poverty. Inside the gates, infinity pools, seafood towers, aura readings from a white woman from San Diego named Sincerity, who insisted my heart was in airplane mode. Being in Jose Ignacio with this family didn't even feel like work. The mom treated me like a younger sister, and Nora treated me like an older one. The mom regularly booked private yoga sessions or sound baths, then got too high to go and insisted I take her place. I surfed with the kids, I drank with the adults, I tanned, I ate cheese, I lived. Cue the One Republic song. The property the family owned consisted of a main house in the front, pool in the middle, and a guest house in the back. It was all a Restoration Hardware wet dream with artistically designed lighting that distracted you from the 24-hour security guard who walked the I want to say you guys get it, the house. So one night after dinner, we're all by the pool. I'm mid-bite into my dessert when I hear some kind of yelling coming from the side of the house. Then the commotion starts moving towards us. I hear a lot of shouting, but it's all in Spanish and I can't make it out. Then someone yells in English, "Get inside!" All of a sudden, people start running through the pool area, knocking over the table, shattering the plates, and I'm like, oh my God. I was gonna save the rest of that panna cotta for tomorrow. There's a few big men and what look like police officers. We all run to find shelter. I'm scared and I'm alone, and then I realize I'm not alone. When we all scrambled, somehow, I ended up in the guest house with Nora, and her parents had run to the main house. And I can still hear the shouting in Spanish. I see flashlights sweeping the pool area. I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I don't know what to do. This is usually when Nora would tell me that it's all gonna be okay. But she's shaking and looking at me for an answer. I tell her it's just a kid in the neighborhood that's playing some stupid game, and I try to make myself believe that too. And that's when I look through the window, and just beyond Nora's head, I see 3 grown men scaling the neighbor's roof. Now I'm shaking. So Nora doesn't see them, and I say, "Quiet game." She's freaked out, and honestly a little too old for the quiet game, but she laughs because she trusts me, because she thinks I know what I'm doing. I keep one eye on the window as Nora and I compete to see who can make themselves the smallest, a game we've played several times before. She pretends to tie a fake rope around her arms and legs. Wonder who taught her her object work. Then a man on the roof throws something. It's a pair of Nora's dad's shoes. This was all just an attempted petty theft. Eventually, the police knock on the door. It's safe to come out. There were no more guns, but I felt disarmed. I wasn't just the fun babysitter anymore. I was the grown-up in the room. I'd spent years telling myself that being childlike was my strength. And it was, and it is. But I have to admit, it's also a really cozy hiding spot where I can make myself the smallest. Just like how people make fun of themselves before other people can make fun of them, that's what I was doing. By keeping this cushy little job instead of actually going after what I wanted with everything I had, I was rejecting my dreams before others had the chance to. So I switched my emotional core from airplane mode to fully connected, and I quit. I couldn't keep living a borrowed life. I needed to build my own from the ground up. I wanted to light my own Diptyque candles that I would buy on sale, and I also welcome anyone in this audience buying them for me. And if I could survive a luxury home invasion with a child in my arms and still get a laugh out of her, then maybe I could survive an open mic in Bushwick. I was 28 then. I will be 40 next month. Yeah, that's right. And I am still building whatever all of this is. And yeah, there are times when I want to give up and I want to be a kid again. But mostly, for some reason, I have an inherent belief that I'm gonna make it, whatever that means. Because I know I have successfully guilted you into buying my book, Tears of a Blonde, almost completely true tales of love and heartbreak from the world's hottest comedian that you can buy in the lobby. Thank you.